Hey everyone, it's Kelly. I have a new layout to share with you today for the Altenew October 2019 new release blog hop. I created two projects with some of the products that are available with this new release, and I was in a very fall mood when I was creating these layouts, so both of them have a very fall feel and theme to them. So I did a lot of work off camera to start. I grabbed a bunch of fall colored cardstock and I used the coordinating die set for that stamp set that I'm showing you there, which is the Dot Botanicals stamp set. And I cut out a bunch of leaves, and I knew that I wanted to create a vertical design, but I wasn't 100% sure how many leaves I would need to fill the background the way that I wanted. So I cut way more than I needed, but I'm really happy with how it turns out. I can always save those leaves for another project later on. And I knew that I wanted to use white cardstock as my background, but I wasn't completely sure what I wanted to do to the cardstock. I knew that I wanted to add some color, but I didn't really want to do mixed media, and I didn't really want to add any pattern paper. So I decided to go ahead and add some stitching to the background. So I just grabbed a bunch of different colors that match the leaves, and I just added a lot of messy stitching. Now, to make sure that the stitching was going to be visible, I took my ruler, laid all the leaves out temporarily, took my ruler, laid the ruler out, and then I made a mark, I think at the 2-inch line and the 10-inch line. And then I just tried to stay within those margins the best I could. As you can see, some of the stitching is a little bit longer, some of it's a little bit shorter, and I'm totally fine with that. It was just there to add some color and add some interest, and I'm really happy with how that ended up turning out. So I'm happy with the placement and the color distribution of the leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and use my liquid adhesive to get those adhered down. Now I do have to admit that I typically don't even look at the die set when it comes to stamp and die combos unless I know for certain that I'm going to be getting the stamp set. And as you can see, I did get the stamp set with this die set as well, but I'm going to have to stop doing that. I'm going to have to start paying more attention to the dies on their own because I have found this leaf die set to be so versatile, and I actually use it in the second project that I create for this new release blog hop. So lesson learned for me to always check out the die sets, even if I don't plan on getting the stamp set, which again, as you can see, I did get the stamp set, and I do use the stamp set in my second project also because, again, I just love the size and shape of the leaves. I didn't really think that this layout needed much journaling. I felt like you really got the gist of what was happening just by looking at the photos themselves, and I am going to use 4 small photos. They're from a pumpkin patch that we went to a couple years ago. But I wanted to add a little something extra. I know that the leaves and the stitching are really the star of the show when it comes to this layout, but I decided to go through some of the Altenew scrapbook collections that I have, and I came across the Reflection scrapbook collection. And on the sticker sheet, there are these frames that have phrases inside them, and I thought a few of them would work perfect for the layout, but I didn't want to use the frame. So I just added them to some white cardstock, and then I'm just using my trimmer here to trim the words out. So I'm going to almost use them as tiny phrase stickers, tiny word stickers, and that will act as my journaling for this layout. So I cut 3 of those phrases out, and I'm just going to position them along the sides of the photos. And they're hard for me to read on my editing screen here, but I think that they say moment captured, good times, and collecting happy moments. And I like how it looks. It's fun. It adds a little bit of whimsy to the layout. And for my title, I'm going to use the black puffy alpha stickers from that same Reflection scrapbook collection. And I am just going to make the title Fall Fun. It's just a generic title, but it fit along the top of the layout really well. I like how they kind of nestle within the leaves, and I am super happy with how this layout came together. This is probably the fastest scrapbook layout I've ever put together. The video total time was 18 minutes before I sped it up. Now I did do all the die cutting and the stitching off camera, so that added a little bit of time to it, but normally I am a super slow scrapbooker. I would say on average, it takes me probably 2 to 3 hours to get a layout put together. And this one came together so quickly. The leaves are just so beautiful. I am going to be returning to this leaf die set over and over again. I already know it. I'm so happy that I received it from Altenew. It's such a great die set. I'm getting everything adhered down with liquid adhesive. I recently was going through some of my older December Daily albums because, you know, December Daily is upon us, even though it's not even Halloween yet. And I noticed that a lot of my journaling and things that I use tape runner on are already falling off my album that is 2 years old. So I'm really trying to be good about using liquid adhesive for almost everything because I do want to make sure that it holds up over time. I really hate going back into my old layouts and having to re-adhere things down. So I am using liquid adhesive, get everything adhered down. I trimmed off the edge of those leaves that were hanging off the edge of the layout. And I was trying to decide if I needed to add anything more. I grabbed these enamel dots. These are the enamel dots from the Our Family scrapbook collection from Altenew. And I started adding them on here, and enamel dots, I never know when to stop with enamel dots. So at first I thought I was just going to create a few clusters along the edge of the layout, but then I really went to town here, and I'm using a majority of the purple enamel dots. Purple is officially my new favorite color when it comes to scrapbooking. I know that there are so many people out there that do not like purple, but it's my new favorite. I tend to be going towards that color more and more and more. So I'm using all of the purple enamel dots. Well, I don't think I use all of them, but I use a lot of them, and I just add them all over the page around the leaves. And I just like that extra pop of color, and I like the additional shape that it brings into the layout. And I just think the enamel dots are super fun. So I was happy that I was able to use a lot of those enamel dots on this layout. So once I get those enamel dots added on, this layout is done. Like I said, it came together so fast. I'm so happy with how it turns out. I love the colors. I'm definitely in a fall mood. So excited to be working with my fall products. And I love how versatile Altenew's products are, that you can use them for pretty much any time of year. So I'm just showing you up close some details, and then I am bringing up some still shots now. I do want to encourage you to head to my blog. This is part of a blog hop, and Altenew is offering a couple giveaways on the blog hop. So you definitely want to head there, check it out. I will post a direct link to my blog post in the description box below, and I will be back again soon with a new layout and process video. Thank you so much for watching.